Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Surplus Nut here, bringing another video, this time on the Mosin Nagant M-38. It's the Russian short carbine model. Right here, this is a 1943 Ishvik, some people call it Easy, Russian M-38. And this rifle was produced from 1939 all the way through 1944 at the Ishvik factory, and also from 1940 all the way through 1945 at the Tula factory. There were very few 1945s M38 produced, so those are very sought after collectors. And in 1944, the M44 carbine replaced the M38. This rifle, it has an overall length of 40 inches. It's got a 20-inch barrel. The only thing I did to it, I refinished it with cherry wood polyurethane and Minwax stain. It has the original sling that came with it, and the only other thing I did that I bent the bolt. By the way, this rifle is completely unloaded. There's no rounds in it. And by the way, all the videos that I'm going to be making on my rifles from now on, I'm not really going to be checking to see whether they're loaded or not. I mean, who would really think of making a review on any rifle and have it loaded? So it's just a waste of time and waste of minutes trying to show the viewers that, yeah, well, you know what, my rifle is, just so you guys can see, it's unloaded. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me how somebody could make a rifle review and do it with a rifle loaded with a bullet in the chamber. So let's continue with this. This is a Russian refurbished M38. It's a 1943 model. You can see it right there. Now remember, 1943, the war was already going on, and this is anything that's 1943 is going to be war production. So the metal over here on top of the receiver is going to be very crude. You're going to see a lot of tooling marks on it, but anyways, I did bend the bolt like I was saying. I was thinking of putting a scope mount, but I decided not to do that. So I ended up, after I got the bolt bent, I decided not to go with the project of scoping the rifle out. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And most of the, or all of them, the M38s and the M44 carbines, Mosin Nagants, are going to be counterbore. It was just a measure that they did to make the rifle more accurate, and that doesn't really affect the accuracy of the rifle or anything. Another thing that you're going to notice on most Mosin Nagants refurbished rifles, for whatever reason, I've noticed a lot of them with like the bottom piece right here that is like it was cut or it was then repaired. This one has it. My 9130, which I'm going to be making a review on that, also has it. But they did a very good job on it where you can even tell. Also, this little marking here, that is a refurbished marking at the factory that they do just to identify the rifle as being refurbished. Most Mosin Nagants, whether it's the 9130, the real long ones, or the carbines, the M44s, M39s, M38s, most likely they're going to be refurbished because they did saw some type of war or conflict, unless they were pre-war guns, and they got refurbished. Another thing that I did on this one is I got the butt stock and I sanded it, the butt plate, and I polished it. It came out pretty nice. This rifle also, this M38, it's got all matching numbers. serial number 483, and the butt plate matches the receiver 483 and also the magazine. The things you get with this rifle when you order it, you're gonna be getting this pouch here, an ammo pouch. Okay, you get this with it, and also you're gonna be getting these little things that come inside. This is like a tool that you can use it for a screwdriver, and also to check the firing pin if it's protruding too long or too short. And this is just like a jag that you can wrap a patch in here and clean your rifle, and other little tools that it comes with it. And also the little oil bottle, which this thing, just like everything else, is gonna come full of Cosmoline, but you can clean it really good. I mean, I cleaned mine and it came out really nice. I don't suggest for anybody to lose this type of little items and stuff, because this adds to the value of the gun, you know, all the components that comes with it. And I mean, you can get all these little items here and put them inside the pouch and keep it. And this one, for whatever reason, the sling came with this color. I was gonna order like a green sling that is really nice and dark and green, but after I refinished the stock, I kind of like this jet yellowish, whatever color, tan sling, because it goes with the finish of the gun. It's a very handy rifle. With this rifle, you can basically take any game in America, North America, deer, elk, caribou, black bear, anything. You can take this hunting with you, and it's very handy. It measures only 40 inches in length, and the barrel is 20 inches long. It shoots the 7.62 by 54 rim Russian cartridge. One thing with this casing is that a lot of people complain about their gun or bolt jamming their magazine, is because when they load the rifle with this cartridge, since they're rimmed, when you put them in the magazine, you gotta make sure that the other one is not lined up together, if not in front. As you load up your rifle, it's gotta look like this in your magazine. Okay, like that. And then this one in front of this one, like that. Once that's in the magazine like that, one rim inside in front of the other, it'll load up fine and it will never jam. If you load them in your magazine and they're like side by side together like a regular round, it will jam your gun as you're cycling the bolt. Okay, this gun is pretty accurate. I really like it a lot. It's very handy, a very powerful rifle. Actually, because of the barrel being only 20 inches, most of the time when you shoot this Mosin nagant carbine, whether it's an M34 or an M38 or an M44, you're gonna get like a blast of fire igniting out of the barrel, out of the crown, and that is because it flies so fast out of there that it doesn't give it enough time for all the powder to ignite. So it ignites whatever little bit is left as it exits the muzzle. But the rifle cycles really good. I like this bolt, the way I bended it. There's a guy that you can find them on the internet. His name is Jim. They call him Jim the Bolt Man. He does the bolts for the Mosin nagants and also for the Mausers. And it's a really, really nice rifle. I think the finishing came out really nice. I like the color. The stock is in really, really nice shape. The bluing is in pretty good condition. And as you can see, it's I like the size of it. This is, believe it or not, I have other rifles that I'm going to be making videos on, but this is like my favorite rifle, the M-38. Another thing, M-38s, if you go to a gun show and you find one, buy it, because you can't find them nowhere now. You can probably find the M44, which a lot of countries did a lot of them. There's different variations. The Poles have it, Yugoslavians, the Czechs, I mean, there's a lot of variations of the M44. You can probably get an M44 for like 130 bucks, 100 bucks, depending on the condition of it. Now the M38s, they're very, very scarce now. You can't find them nowhere. So I've heard of people paying for the M38 carbines way up to like maybe 250 bucks. Believe it or not, I purchased this one when you were able to find them anywhere. I bought this one from Classic Arms, and I purchased this one for, I think it was like $89. The rifling is pretty good. It's not, it doesn't have any pitting. The rifling is really strong. It shoots pretty accurate. And like I'm saying, the M38s, out of all the Mosin nagants, are the ones that people really want to buy. Especially if it's the one that has the real, the M44 stock. As you can see on mine, it has this bayonet cut, which originally this stock was going to be put on an M44. So when you fold the bayonet, it'll land right here. Now let me explain this, because a lot of people don't know this. They think if you have an M38 Mosin nagant with an M44 stock, they think that, oh, right there is depreciating value because it doesn't have the right stock. That is not true. Right when the Russians noticed, or they knew that they were going to be replacing the M38 carbine with the M44, they stopped making the M38 stocks, and they went ahead, whatever barreled receiver they had on M38 ended up going on M44 stocks. So it doesn't mean that your M38 carbine has an M44 stock and it's wrong. Oh, well, you know what, now I have an M38 that got fitted into an M44 stock. That is not true. Research it, I found it, and the M44 replaced the M38 in 1944, and the M38s were produced from 1939 all the way through 1945. Very few were made still after the M44 replaced the M38 in 1945. That's why that serial number up here, the 1945s, are really collectors, are after those rifles. So if you have, like mine, an M38 Mosin nagant carbine and it's fitted into an M44 stock, don't feel bad about it. Actually, it means that your rifle, this one is a 1943. Right on that time, they knew the 1944 was coming a year later to replace the M38s. So they stopped producing the M38 Mosin nagant stock, which it didn't have this indentation here for the bayonet. So what they did was all the receivers, the action that they have, the rifles that were M38s, they just went ahead and started doing the M44 stocks, and they got put into the M44 stock till they completely phased them out in 1944 when it officially got replaced. Like I said before, even though a few 1945s, M38s are out there. I don't know if you guys have any questions. You can leave me a comment. I will try to answer it the best I can. But this is it. This is the M38 carbine Mosin nagant, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like the little review on it, and I hope you guys have a great day.